Hello and welcome to Ignite with Mwangala. I'm your host, Mwangala Chakalashi Santos. Now, we're still in the festive season and we're bringing you different guests, some to entertain us or some to inspire us. A particular guest for today is going to inspire us through her songs, through her music. She is no other than Esther Chungu. Esther, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mwangala. Thank you for having me.
I'm
and
so
hello
excited.
To all the viewers.
Oh,
I'm excited too. Thank you so much for having me.
want to sing.
I'm ready. I'm with you right there.
Oh, yeah. So we're talking about Christmas. We're in the festive season. Of course, the questions that we all must be asking ourselves is, what does Christmas mean to you? And if you were to celebrate Christmas this year differently, how would you celebrate it differently? But before I dive into those two questions, I'm so eager to find out who is Esther Chungu and how did you find yourself singing?
Well, I'm a very simple girl, I believe.
I can see that.
Yes, and I actually grew up in a Christian home. And my dad was an elder. My mom used to sing in the choir. So I actually come from a musical background. And so growing up, I would sing every now and then, be involved in primary sketches and whatnot, but I didn't really see it being a very huge part of my life. I've always wanted to be a lawyer. Yes, and so growing up, fast forward to my teenage days, I went to school. That was at University of Lusaka, but sadly it had to be on hold due to financial constraints, and so I found myself being part of this movement called Bittersweet Poetry. I started with poetry. I thought I was a poet.
Wow.
I thought I was a poet, but it grew into it leaning more on the music side and me starting to write music. And so most of my friends and my family members would encourage me to take it seriously. And so I started my journey in 2014 when I released Shooting Star as Carmine. So to all those out there who think maybe Carmine is gone, it's me. I just changed back to my to my real name.
Okay.
Yes, and that's Esther Chungu. Yes, so it's been a great journey since then. We released the first album, that's the debut album, in 2016, end of 2016, and we're yet to start working on the next one.
Nice. So you started singing professionally 2014. I'm just thinking somebody out there is thinking I'm late. I'm already way into my teenage life. Is it too late?
Of course it's not too late. Of course it's not too late.
Can I also start singing?
Please, by all means. I read of a story of this old woman who's I think about 59.
Not that I'm old.
No. But as in I'm just giving this extreme example so that you know that you still have time.
Yeah.
She's like 59 or something, and she just started acting. And so it's not too late.
It's not too late for anything.
It's not too late. Okay. So just start that dream. And
so what does music do for you?
Well, for me, I genuinely don't even know how to explain it and put it into words, but if I were to try, I would say it satisfies my soul. It satisfies my spirit. And it fulfills me. And I always feel closer to God when I sing because I see how He works through me to touch His people. And so it would be very selfish of me to stop singing due to maybe personal reasons, but since He started the ball rolling, He's faithful enough to complete the great work that He started. I'm just a vessel.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, it's amazing because I didn't really see it being this serious. And so I'm always as surprised as the rest of the world when it comes to what God is doing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so what inspires you to write some of the songs, Paka Paka? I was just telling you about Jehovah. I think that's going to be my ringing tone.
Oh, serious? Yeah.
What inspires you to write these songs?
Thank you. Well, usually it's experiences. It would be experiences. Sometimes it's other people's experiences. And just the goodness of God overall. Just trying to remind people of how good God is. For Jehovah in particular, I wrote that song when I was going through so much. And that was 2016. I had just been dumped. I was in school, in my last year at Rema Bible School. I was recording the album, of course. Things were just not okay. And I just wanted a song that would remind people that God is God no matter what you're going through. He remains God. And He's good. no matter what it is that life is throwing at you.
And it means just that. I mean, I was listening to it this morning. I'm like, this is my ringing tone.
He's amazing.
Yeah. So what is that one thing that we don't know about you? I mean, you've just talked about being dumped. I'm thinking, is she married? Is she seeing somebody?
Well, right now I am single, but hoping for the
Searching?
best. I hope
Single
I'm
and
being
searching?
searched for. Yeah, so I think one thing people wouldn't really know is that I actually do hair. So when I'm not on stage, when I'm not doing some humanitarian work, I'm actually plaiting hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I've got a business in that.
I'm amazed. What kind of hair are you doing?
Everything except weaves. I don't know,
Okay.
maybe it's just lack of interest, but I am trying. So I do cornrows, I do braids, I do
So you actually have a salon?
locks. Yes, but it's mobile right now, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You have anything for us with natural hair? I see a lot of us
Definitely,
now
because
going natural.
I'm a natural person myself. So there's bantu knots, there's remedies, like in terms of how to keep it moisturized and whatnot. Yes, I love hair.
Did you go to school for it? Or it's just
No,
a
I
passion?
haven't gone to school for it.
Oh, it's
I
just
don't know, I
passion.
might think about it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
So how do you strike a balance? I mean, you're an entrepreneur. You're not a mother yet, but you're a daughter. You juggle around so many other businesses. How do you strike a balance?
Honestly, it just works without really having the right formula to it. I think it's just a matter of prioritizing what needs you most right now. So is it family? Is it the work? Is it studio? It's just about knowing how far you can go as well, because at the end of the day, you're just a human being and this body is a machine. And many times I found myself almost reaching some sort of dead end because I've pushed myself too far, and like my body is almost giving up.
It's telling
so
you
I have
can't
to
take it.
reset and recollect myself and then start all over. So I think it's just about prioritizing what needs you the most right now.
Okay, so what's a typical day? Let's get into your typical day for Esther.
It's quite a boring day.
Take us through.
We'll definitely wake up, do devotion, get ready. If it's chores, you do the chores. I'm usually doing some humanitarian work even away from the music. Or I'm at the studio. I go to the studio, spend some time with Mark 44 and the rest of the crew and Solomon and everyone. Do some writing, do some reading. I like a lot of reading. When I have time, I spend some time with my friends. Usually just, some planning.
And that's it.
I have a client, I do some hair, then I go back home. I'm a very, I would say reserved, but I'm loud and I'm a people person. But if I'm not doing anything, I'd rather be home. Yeah.
The hair part of you has really, really shocked me.
It
I can't
has,
wait to have my hair done by you.
We should make a plan.
Yeah, and I'll come and show this hair was done by Esther.
Yes.
Chumbo. I know you've inspired a lot of people that are watching and thinking, so Esther can actually do hair, which is very, very good. That's one thing we didn't know about you. So now we're talking about Christmas. And I remember, I don't know about you, but for me, I remember Christmas for me meant having a new dress from my dad.
Definitely.
May he so rest in peace. And it was usually rice, potatoes, and chicken. That was Christmas.
And nice gravy.
Yes. And that was Christmas. Was that the same for you?
Definitely, it was the same for me. So for me, I grew up with my mom, my two siblings, my brothers. Dad died when I was 4. So we were raised by a single mom. And so it was always family time. You get to spend time with cousins, with your grandparents, and you have new clothes, and that is something to look forward to. I'm so grateful that this year God has blessed mom with a husband, and so I have a dad, and I have 6 more siblings, so we're 9 altogether. And so we're planning to just have a great family celebration for Christmas. So I'm looking forward to that. Always food. I love food so much. So I'm always looking forward to food.
What type of food do you love? What's your favorite
Definitely
food?
potato salads, rice. I'm not really much of a chicken person. I love beans. and vegetables. I really love vegetables.
So this Christmas, what is going to complete your Christmas?
What to complete? Honestly, gifts. If somebody out there can just surprise me with an iPhone 11.
That's a go for you.
That
iPhone
will make
11.
my Christmas. But yeah, definitely gifts. I would love to receive some gifts, even as I give some. Yeah.
Okay. So what does Christmas mean for you?
Personally, it's a time to reflect. Usually we tend to forget that it is an intentional time to celebrate the reason for the season, and that's Jesus Christ having come to earth, lowering himself. That was his God. But he would have come in any other way, but he came as a little baby in a manger. And that's really humbling for me, because it makes me just realize how much he loves us, how much God loves us to send his only son for us. So it's a time to reflect, a time to reset things, even in your life, even away from the spiritual point of view, even just socially. How are you doing? For yourself, like some introspection. How's the year been? How have I done? How am I mentally? How am I spiritually? How has progress been done in my life? Like, where am I at right now? And just seeing how you can do better in 2020.
I like that. Now, talking about resetting and looking back at how the year has been, how has that been for you, 2019? What has been so significant for you?
It's been a really kind year. I've been telling myself that it's been very kind. It started off a bit shaky, but God has been very good. There's doors that have opened that I never thought would open this early anyway. And like I said, Mom got married. I've always wanted a dad, and finally we have a dad. I'm really, really happy, and I'm looking forward to 2020 because there's plans that have started now that will sort of come into fruition in 2020. And so I've actually enjoyed it. I have.
Nice.
It's been a good year.
Nice. So what's your favorite song other than Jehovah, my favorite song?
Yes.
What songs have you, which one would you say that is your go-to song whenever you're feeling down?
Any song.
Any song from your album? No, we're talking about your music, of course.
Just for my... it's actually Jehovah.
Yes, makes the two of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jehovah, I'm always crying. I'm like, God, you're so good.
It reminds you of a lot of things, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, so other than your music, what kind of music do you listen to? Do you have a particular artist that you go to where you get some form of inspiration, or it's just...
Well, funny enough, I'm a very versatile listener. Today I might be listening to Piket Shala, the Kalindula.
So we should
I
do
love
one of
James
his songs
Sakala.
before you go to your songs.
I don't know. But yes, so I really love James Sakala's music as well. Sometimes I feel hip-hop-ish, so I'm with the Mark 44s, the Pompies. And sometimes it's just some African music. I don't know if you know of Fatoumata Diawara. She's from Mali. She's amazing. And I love Angelique Kidjo as well. So that type of music is what really gets me excited.
Okay. Do you get some inspiration from that music?
Well, definitely, because it's African music. So for me, my vision is to represent God and represent Africa, in a way that it should be represented. And that's why I'm always with my head wrap. Just that today I'm with my braids because it's Christmas and it's a break. I like that. But yeah.
So the head wrap...
It's intentional, yes. So people start conversations. That starts conversations. Like, why do you choose to wear this? And it's like, I feel African, yeah, I feel alive.
Oh wow, I just love that. I also like to do head wraps, but today I said no.
At least you're still representing.
I am representing, but today I said Esther is coming. There's no way I'm gonna do a head wrap.
Then I surprised you.
And then there you come. Okay, so if you're joining us now, I am chatting with Esther Chungu, and we're talking about Christmas. We're talking about what does that mean for you, and if you were to do it differently, how would you do this Christmas different? We take a short break, and on the other side, we talk about Esther's music, and she's going to perform 2 amazing songs for us. Don't go away.
To advertise on this program and enjoy amazing introductory rates, please call us on +260 211 290959 or +260 211 290912, or +260 953 538 000, or send us an email at loyolazam@gmail.com.
Welcome back, and I'm talking to Esther Chungu, and on the other side it was laughter after laughter. Remember, we're in the festive season. This is time to celebrate, time to be happy, time to eat all the food, Esther, isn't that right?
Yes.
Now, during break, we're talking about, look, I'm thinking, look how beautiful she looks, and she says she's single. What are you looking for in a man? for the guys out there.
Well, definitely God-fearing.
Yeah.
And a lover of people. Yeah. I'm not difficult. Just, and have a vision. Just know who you are as well.
One that can afford the... Is it
No, it's not. I was joking about that. But anyway, just you never know these things.
Yeah, you just never know. I mean, it's Christmas time.
It's Christmas.
So, before you sing for us, 2020, what does that look like for you? Have you set up goals?
Definitely set up some goals. Praying to God that we release. I'm not saying anything officially yet, but I'm like, it's a prayer request for everyone to pray with me for the second album to be released in 2020.
Okay.
And definitely more music, of course, and more humanitarian work. I'm a lover of children. I'm a lover of women. So definitely more work in those lines.
So what are you doing exactly with the humanitarian work that you talked about?
Okay, so I'm part of some organizations, and right now I'm part of an organization called Ukani Manje. I don't know if you've heard about it. So it's mainly for the youth, just sensitizing them on the seriousness of HIV and AIDS. Like it's still here, it's still killing and claiming so many lives. And so we need to bring back the sensitization that we've had along the years, because like growing up I'd always see adverts and whatnot, and we would be scared of of this particular epidemic, but it's like it's gone down. So we're just trying to bring that back, and it's a fusion of a collaboration of about 10 artists. So we've come together and created this project together under the university, under Harvard University actually, and in conjunction with Boston's Children's Clinic from the States. And away from that, I'm actually also a nutrition champion. So I love to eat, and I love to eat right. So
that explains the figure.
I'm a nutrition champion under CSO Sun, and we're all about nutrition, and having nutritious food in the household. Away from that, just some collaborations with organizations every now and then. Yeah.
Wonderful to have you on my show, because I'm going to let you go and do your thing.
Yes,
I pray that you come back again.
I pray so too. I'd love to come back.
Yeah, I mean, it's been exciting. I mean, you've just given us this Christmas spirit. You've inspired us, especially for those ones that are doing hair. You can imagine Esther Chungu does hair, and she will be doing my hair. Yes. So if you're doing hair, better do it far better than she's doing.
Oh, yes, please.
So I'll let you go and do your thing. You're singing 2 songs for us. I keep my fingers crossed you start with my favorite, Jehovah, but obviously you're doing Jehovah and Paka Paka.
Yes.
Okay, so this has been Mwangala Chakalashi Santos, and I was chatting with Esther Chungu, who will now let her go and do her thing. Till next time, it's bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Imisango ya kulilalila, liashi ya kale, ubushiku naishi mfumu, na mweno bumi ubupya. Uwingi wayali ya mafia, wampokele sansa, lelo bushiku naishi mfumu, naishi bumi ubupya. Oh, na 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 na. Shakaloshe na kalia yo. Bantu tata mwampensa sa. Shakatine malwani yawe. Alande mwentula nebone mwana. Nifiro kushinikisha. Bana mapalo ni paka paka. Nenzanseshi. Ichite mwiko chafula so. Nifiro kushinikisha. amapalo ni paka nenzanzeshi
ichitemu iko chafula so mone chitemu iko wesu champeshe chichitemu iko wesu ichitemu iko chamfumulesa ichabula kalumwa ngale na yangale nkamutonde na yangale mfumu yandi wampe chibote kanji mielulu ya busuma bwenu
shakaloshe na kayeyo bantu tata mwampe sasa shakatine malwani yawe alande mwentula nebone mwana nifiro kushinikisha banta mapalo ni paka nenzanzeshi
ichitemu iko chafula so
nifiro kushinikisha banta mapalo ni paka nenzanzeshi
ichitemu iko chafula so
He has done great things. He has done great things. He has done great things. Bless his holy name. Nifiro kushinikisha amapalo ni paka nenzanzeshi 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 nifiro kushinikisha amapalo ni paka nenzanzeshi
Brave only music.
Bambi batila lesa takwaba Bambi batila lesa tatumfwa lelo nalishiba bali inetalala alinte mwisha vande alimfwila kalumbanye ishinalien kalumbanye ishinalien Jehovah mulibakulu Bambi baleti takwa chitemwiko kuno kunse bafwaye sansa muchalo chaluba bafwaye omweo muchalo chakowela mweba bumbile myulu nesonde nalisango mweo mulimwe takwa kabeyo Bambi abangante mwanga imwe ishinalien kalumbanye ishinalien Jehovah mulibakulu chite mwiko